Good morning. Welcome. This is Hot Level 2. My name is Bethany. We'll start off with an active child's pose. Go ahead and take your knees to the inside edges of your mat. Put the tops of your feet down. Put your big toes so that they touch. Lengthen your arms long out in front of you and place your forehead onto the mat and ease. You want to create a lot of space in between the vertebrae in your spine. So be mindful that you have your forehead on the mat, your arms lengthening as far out in front of you as you can, and then the hips and the buttocks will ease back towards the heels. But it's more important that you have your head onto the ground than your seat touching your heels. That will happen over time as you create more space and more flexibility. You may want to make some subtle adjustments with your upper to your lower body so that your low ribs are in contact with your high inner upper thighs. This is especially important if you have a back issue or if you are pregnant. When you position the forehead, the back of the neck should feel long. So if you need to make some subtle adjustments there, go ahead and maybe you need to move the chin a little bit forward or slightly towards the chest so that you can find that space in your neck. The throat should relax, the space around your eyes should become more broad, the inner ear should open, and you should be able to take a full, deep, and complete breath without feeling any gripping into the neck or the throat. If you need to, take a cleansing breath, because sometimes the neck and the throat are nice and open, but you're still feeling some tension around the chest and the shoulders. You might need to take your arms even a little bit wider so that the shoulder blades can descend and you can create some more space into the upper back. And all sides of the chest expand and contract as you breathe in and out. And once you feel like you can take a deep, full breath all the way in and all the way out through your nose only, then you start breathing parallel so that your inhalations and your exhalations are lasting the same length of time. Those of you that are familiar with Ujjayi style breath are welcome to use it. It's breath that you can feel, but you can also hear it. You should set an intention for your class. Each and every time we come to the mat with purpose. And a classic yogic breath is 5 counts in and 5 counts out. So starting in your tail, breathe all the way in, up the spine, into the neck. And then as you exhale, breathe all the way out, from the neck all the way down through the tailbone, drawing your low belly in, up, and back at the bottom of the exhale. And then your next inhalation, starting lower in the hips, traveling all the way up through the side bodies into the shoulders and arms. And your exhalation, traveling all the way down from your arms, all the way into the thighs, knees, ankles. Start your next inhalation as low as your toes. Breathe in deeply. Create lots and lots of space. And as you exhale, get stronger and go a little deeper, feeling more grounded, until your breaths are moving through your entire body. And use your breath to help open your heart and to clear and calm your mind. Use your breath to connect you to the present moment and to connect the body and the mind to one another. We're going to take 3 more breaths here. Be mindful That with your intention that you have let it go, that you're trusting fully, wholeheartedly in the universe, that it knows exactly what it's doing. And focusing on the breath, taking one more breath here. At the bottom of your exhale, take your low belly in, up, and back. And on your next inhale, rise up onto all fours. Line up your knees underneath your hips. Line up your wrists underneath your shoulders. Spread open your fingers nice and wide. You can choose to keep the tops of your feet down, or you may want to tuck your toes forward. Feel what's right for you at this moment. Take a deep inhalation with a neutral spine from tail to crown. And on the exhale, you're going to tuck your tail and start rounding your back towards the sky. Chin tucks last. On the inhale, lift from the chin and chest. Spine goes toward the mat. Tail lifts up last. This is cow. Then tuck into the tail, rounding your back. Chin tucking last. This is cat. And moving into 6 more rounds of cat-cows. You can move your hips forward and back. You can bend your elbows in between your cats and your cows. You can make circular motions with your hips going in both directions an equal number of times. Feel free to take your cows into modified upward facing dogs, or round your back so deep in your cat that you drag them onto your fingertips. You can thread the needle where you take one arm underneath the other, opening all through your hip and side body, shoulder, neck. Mirror and match your sides. So whatever you do on one side, do the same way on the other side for the same amount of time. Couple more rounds of cat-cows. Just waking up and warming up the spine. And then finishing up with that last round, make sure that your hands are shoulder distance apart and that the eyes and the elbows are looking at each other, or forward if you can, get that rotation from the shoulders. Tuck your toes forward. Take a deep inhalation to the upper back, and on the exhalation, lift your seat up and back into downward facing dog pose. You may need to move your toes back an inch or 2 away from your hands, parallel and hip distance your feet, straighten your arms, straighten the low belly, relax the neck, and then walk that dog, bending alternate knees, taking a little bit of hang time in each of your heels so that you feel the stretch down the entire back side of the leg. You can lift one leg and drop the heel toward the opposite buttock, open up the hip, side body, roll the ankle out, go in both directions. Do both sides. Keep the weight even across your hands and your shoulders when you have one leg in the air. You may like turning both feet to the left and dropping the hips down to the right and vice versa. And then we'll hold our down dog for 2 more breaths. We'll come to down dog a few times in this sequence. When we practice power yoga, we come to down dog a lot. So it's a very important pose. Legs straight, arms straight, heels descending, head coming toward the mat, chest open, but don't thrust the chest. Pull the belly in, pull the ribs in, lengthen through the spine. And then look to the space between your hands. And we're going to walk up into that space and take the feet hip distance or wider. and bend your knees well enough that you have contact with your low ribs to your high thighs. Relax your head. And then grabbing opposite elbows, put your thumbs in the creases of the elbows. Now if you're back injured or pregnant, you can keep your hands onto the ground. Turning the head right and left in no motion. Nodding the head, yes. Still breathing evenly in and out through the nose. Take your head around in little circles, go in both directions. Still your head and switch your grip, other forearms in front, and then we'll move the hips from side to side. Hips left, torso right, vice versa, side to side, back and forth. Little weight forward toward the toes, so hips align over ankle bones. And then bring it into the center line and hang the arms down like a rag doll. Now, if you're back injured or you're pregnant, you keep your feet hip distance apart, your knees bending, and you'll walk your hands up your bent legs. Otherwise, let's toe heel the feet so they come side by side. Hit your thighs back, tuck your tail down, and round yourself upright. Take your shoulders down and back twice, and we're going to continue warming up. Once we're done with our warm-up, then we can take a water break. Stand tall. Let's establish Samastiti. Toes, heels, and ankles to touch unless you're modifying. Press down in the balls of your big toes, balls of your pinky toes, weight towards the heels, rest your toes. Thighs engaged, tail tucks, low belly is in. Let's raise the arms up on an inhale breath, creating space in the side bodies. Turn the palms so they face the outer walls, and then slowly start to bring them down. As you go upward through your breastbone, equal standing pose. We'll come back to this in between all the standing poses. Let's get nice and warm. Flip the palms and inhale your arms above your head, reaching towards the sky. This is Urdhva Hastasana, upward hands. Feet are grounded, thighs engaging, low belly in, chest lifting, arms reaching, eyes go up. Then bend the knees and sit down into an imaginary chair, and right away bring your hands to heart center. Take an inhale breath, and on the exhale we're going to twist, taking the left elbow to the outside of the right thigh, turning and twisting your chair. Keep your knees side by side. Bring weight towards the heels. Your seat should be lower than your heart, and your heart should be lower than your head. Pull your belly in. Use your left elbow into your right leg to help you turn and twist. Good, and then release the hands to the mat. Toe heel the feet apart. Bend the knees deeply enough you can fully extend the spine. Take the peace fingers, middle and index, and hook them around your big toes. Padangusthasana. First thing to do is keeping the knees bent, arms straight. Take an inhale, kind of look up and pull the chest further forward. Beautiful. And then exhale, bend the elbows, start straightening the legs, folding deeply in. Breathe into all of those tight spots. Work with your body. Go into the hamstrings. Engage, lift them up. Take a little weight forward. Pull the shoulder blades away from the neck, but continue lengthening your side bodies through your armpits. Go deeper and deeper. Good. And release the hands from the toes. Toe heel the feet together. Bend the knees, arms above the head in prayer. Rise up. And then exhale. Arms outward and down. Samastiti. Take a breath evenly in and out through your nose. Inhalation, raise your arms above your head, Urdhva Hastasana, upward hands. Feet are grounded, thighs engaging, tail tucking, low belly in, chest lifting, arms reaching, eyes are up. Then bend your knees and sit down in your imaginary chair, and right away bring your hands to heart center. Take an inhale, and on the exhale we're going to twist, taking the right elbow to the outside of the left thigh, turning and twisting your chair. Keeping your knees side by side, take some weight towards the heels. Be mindful that your top shoulder is coming back. Draw your shoulder blades down. You've got your C, lower than your heart lower than your head. Use the right arm into the left leg. Turn and twist some more. For 3, 2, 1. Hands to the floor. Toe heel the feet apart. Bend the knees generously. This time, slide the palms underneath the foot. Toes to wrists. If you have really tight hamstrings and you prefer to scoop your heels, you can do that. You can use this same lift in your chest and then bend the elbows. Start to straighten the legs more. This is called Padahastasana, hand to foot. Little weight forward. Taking one more breath. Go deeper. Lift the seat higher. Engage the thighs. Good. And then release. Hands out from underneath the feet. Toe heel the feet together. Bend the knees. Arms above the head. Inhale. Come up. Exhale. Arms out and down. 2 breaths. Now you want to make sure you have enough room to step back on your mat, so you want to step a little closer to the top of the mat if you're not there already. As we move into the second set, we'll add some variations. Inhale, raise your arms above your head into Urdhva Hastasana. Bend the knees and sit down in your chair, this time keeping the arms extended. This is Utkatasana. You want your knees together, weight towards the heels, low belly in, chest lifted, arms reaching up. Sit down, sit back, just a little bit more. Then bring your hands to heart center. Take an inhale, and on the exhale, twist, taking the left elbow to the outside of the right thigh, turning and twisting your chair. Open your pose, left hand down, right arm up, and then hover your left leg up and step it back, coming into the revolving crescent. Now, if you find your hand on the outside of your foot is too challenging, move it to the inside so that you can rotate your chest. Take one more breath, amp up that back leg, and then hands go down, step back into downward facing dog. 2 breaths in our down dog. Some of you know how to jump. If you know how to jump, you're welcome to do so. Otherwise, you can just step up. So look up and step or jump up. Hold and bend your knees. Extend the arms above the head in prayer. Inhale, rise. And exhale, arms out and down by your sides. Take a breath. Inhale, raise your arms above your head, Urdhva Hastasana. Bend the knees, sit down in your chair. This is Utkatasana. You want to tuck that tail, get some weight to the heels, squeeze the knees together, pull in the belly, lift up through the chest, strengthen in the arms. Hands come to heart center. Take an inhale. On the exhale, twist. Take your right elbow to the outside of your left thigh, turning and twisting your chair, turning your waist, chest, shoulders, neck. Open the pose. Right hand goes down, left arm goes up. Then hover right foot off of the floor and step it back. Use your belly strength. Rotating, turning, twisting, turning the waist, chest, shoulders, neck. Hands go to the mat, step back, down dog. 2 breaths. Feel free to take a cleansing breath if you need it. In the nose, out the mouth. Look up, step or jump. Fold in, bend your knees, arms above the head in prayer, come up, exhale, arms down. Take 2 breaths evenly, in and out, through your nose. Our last warm-up pose is called Gomukhasana Utkatasana, which is cow face arms with eagle legs, followed by straightforward eagle. So if you need a strap so that you can grab your hands like so. One elbow up, one elbow down. Okay? then have a strap handy. So you may find that if you try it on your left arm, it's easy, but if you're right-handed, when that right arm comes under, it may be more challenging. So you should have what you need. It will go right from one set into the next set without any real long rest at all. All right, so for this first side, let's take the right arm under and the left arm over. Then bend your knees, and we're going to take and bring the right leg over. Wrap the foot as you're able. Align, and breathe into all those little tight spots. Work with your body. Come down a little lower. And release. You gently slide the hands down and then switch the sides. Left arm under, right arm over, bend the knees, take the left leg, cross it up over, wrap it, align, sending the elbows straight up, the other one straight down, squeeze, breathe into your shoulders, your hips, your knees, your ankles. Good, and change. Right into eagle. Take the arms up, out. Right goes under left. Lift the elbows. Sit down. Take the right leg, crossing it up and over. Placing the foot behind your calf. Align the hips and the shoulders. You can fly your eagle forward. Bringing tail to heel, chest coming forward. Keep lifting through the elbows. Sliding shoulder blades down. 3, 2, 1. Last side. Arms go up, out. Left goes under right. Lift the elbows. Sit down. Take the left leg. Crossing it over, wrapping it around. Placing your foot. Hips and shoulders are square. Bending the knees deeply. Upper body goes forward. How low can you go? Squeeze. 3, 2, 1. Arms go up and out and down. Good morning. Have some water. We're going to turn towards the short mirrored wall. You can have water whenever you want to in between the poses now. And Liz is going to teach you this next part. She's in teacher training. Feel free after to give her feedback.
All right, keep here in the center, facing the short mirrored wall. And we're first going to start off with separate leg stretch. Vajrayana Padangusthasana, or I'm sorry, Kasarita, Ardha Uttanasana. So bring your arms out and place your feet directly underneath your wrist bones. Make sure that your feet are directly aligned with each other, parallel to each other, and bring your arms to your hips. Take an inhale breath, and on the exhale, slowly begin to come forward and extend that spine. And if you're able, bring the crown of your head directly down to the floor. If not, bend your elbows and come down as far as you can. Grab the outside edges of your feet or the ankle bones and continue to move the chest forward toward the legs in an attempt to increase the stretch in the back of the legs. For those of you that are not in a position to reach your head to the floor, bend your knees a little bit. Again, pull on your ankles and see if you can come down a little bit further. That line with the right hip. Look up and bend the right knee parallel to the floor for warrior one. Make sure that your shoulders are relaxed and away from the neck, and those shoulder blades are smooth and extending down toward the waist. Now, bring your arms together into heart, prayer, and heart arms. Lift off the back foot and come into warrior three. Find a focal point in which you can concentrate and keep this balance. Extend that leg in the air forward. And continue to bring the crown of the head forward. Now, bring your hands back to heart center. Micro bend that left leg. And come back up into warrior one. Take a deep inhale breath here, and an exhale. All right. Come on up from this pose and face the short rear wall again for our second Prasarita Padottanasana. So this time you may be able to go down a little further. So hands on the hips again. Inhale up and exhale, extending that spine. For those of you who would like to do a variation, please feel free to do so. Headstand, interlace behind the back. Reverse prayer arms. Any variation you'd like to take at this time. Again, for those of you who your head does not touch the floor, bend your knees and try to see if you can get a little closer to the floor on this second round. On your next inhale breath, come up. Bring your arms to the side. And now turn the right foot in, 45 degrees. And the left foot toward the back of your mat, facing this left wall. Bring your arms up, palms facing each other. And we're going to warrior one. Bend that front leg. Make sure that you're pressing into both feet. Relax the shoulders away from the neck. Now, once again, we're going to go into warrior three. So bring your hands in prayer in front of you and lift off that back foot into warrior three. Micro bend your left knee and come back into warrior one. Let's face the short mirror wall for our last separate leg stretch. Prasarita Padottanasana. Arms out, arms on the hips. At this time, those of you also, if you'd like to do Sirsasana 1 headstand, please feel free to do so. Everyone else, let's come on down into, bring the crown of the head down all the way. This is an opportunity too to maybe try a variation that you have not tried before. one more deep inhale. And see if you can stretch a little further, deeper. And come on up. Hands on your hips as you come up. And let's close the pose, bringing the right and the left leg together. Arms out, up, and down. Samasthiti.
For this next pose, if you need a block with straight legs, you have difficulty touching the floor with your fingertips or your palms, have a block put into the back right corner of your mat. This is Utthita Konasana, the triangle pose. Inhale, raise your arms up. Exhale, bring your arms to the downward wall. Step your feet just short of the wrist, out to the right and to the left. Keep your arms extended. Turn your left foot again, 30 degrees. Turn your right foot so it faces the front rear wall. You should have a heel to arch alignment. Look and make sure. Take a deep inhalation up the spine, and on the exhalation, extend and tilt over to the right. Placing your right hand behind the right ankle. Left arm is up. If you didn't get a block, but you find that your upper body is moving forward and your tailbone is lifting way up, then you need to put your hand onto your shin so that you can tuck the tail, pull in the belly, and align the upper and the lower bodies. You should have the shoulders in line with the hip. You should have shoulder over shoulder and essentially hip over hip. Keep engaging both of your legs straight. Pull in the belly, lift in the chest, turn the waist, turn the chest, turn the shoulders, turn the neck. Then inhalation, rise. If you have a block, grab it. Turn your feet. Right foot turns in slightly. Left foot all the way out. And you put the block behind your left ankle. Arms are extended. Take an inhale breath. And on the exhale, straight legs, we're going to tilt over to the left. Putting the left hand down, and the right arm is up. Both the legs engage. Shoulder over shoulder, hip over hip. Press that right hip back a little bit more. Keep engaging both of your thighs, pulling in your belly, lifting through your chest. Turn your waist, turn your chest, turn your shoulders, turn your neck. Inhale, come up. If you have a block, grab it, bring it with you. Turn your left foot in slightly and your right foot so it faces out. And then we're going to take this pose into a balancing pose. So starting with triangle, arms are extended. Inhalation, lengthen, exhalation, tilt over to the right. Put the left hand onto the hip. Bend the right knee. You can choose to bring your block or you can put it to the side. Move your right hand forward and lift up the back leg. This is called Ardha Chandrasana, the half moon. Once you have your balance, your top arm can go up. Keep engaging both of your thighs, pulling in your belly, lengthening, rotating. Good, micro bend, forward leg. Step the back leg into triangle. Taking one full breath here, lengthen through right side body better. And then inhale and come up. Let's switch the sides. Right foot turns in slightly, left foot turns to face back wall. Arms extended, take the inhale breath, and the exhale, tilt it over to the left. Lengthen through the left side body, establish a good triangle. You want to take this alignment into your half moon, taking your top hand onto your hip, bending your left knee, taking your block with you or choosing not to, whatever you did on the other side, and lifting the back leg. Stabilize. And then once you have your balance, your top arm can go up. Your legs in the air, it's hip height, no height. Keep both your feet very active, thighs engaging, low belly strong. Taking one more breath. Then micro bend standing leg. Step back into triangle. Take one full breath, lengthen through left side body more. Inhale, rise. Turn your feet forward. Step in. Right, left. Arms up. Out. Down. 2 breaths. Certainly grab some water if you need it, and then we're going to turn and face the long mirrored wall. Come toward the back of your mat. So we do a little more balance. Standing at the back of the mat, bring your hands to heart center. Reconnect with your breath, evenly in and out through your nose. Good, your right foot is going to step forward. Point the toes of your left. The upper body starts to lower as the leg begins to lift. We're going to hinge forward, right where the hips meet the thighs. When you get your torso parallel to the ground, then you can send your arms back, just like an airplane. And you keep moving your chest toward the top of your mat as you lift your foot skyward, taking that plane in for a landing. Focus and concentrate. Then hands come to the mat. And we lift the back leg super high, coming into the standing split. You can take it passive, where you have your arms a little bit out in front. Just work on breathing into all those tight spots and continue activating the legs and lifting the leg in the air higher. Or you can take it very active, where you walk your hands back, grab behind your right ankle with your right hand, and use that hand to ankle grip for leverage, lifting the leg in the air higher and bringing forehead on or close to shins. For 3, 2, now listen to the instruction. Hands are on the mat, micro bend forward leg, standing leg, and step the leg that's in the air back 2.5 to 3 feet. Straighten both legs, put your head on your knee. This is called Uttanasana. Level your hips. You're going to need to pull that right hip back and up, that left hip down and in. Pull the shoulders back away from the neck. Let's take one more breath here. Put the hands in prayer above the head. Inhale, rise. Take your right foot, step it back to your left foot, and bring your hands to heart center. Take a breath. Left foot steps forward. Point the toes of the right. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, start to lower. Upper body's coming down. Leg is lifting behind. When you get your torso parallel to the floor, then you bring your arms back like an airplane. You bring your plane in for a landing. Focus and concentrate on one point. Then hands come to the mat, and the leg in the air goes skyward. Utva Prasarita Ekapadasana, standing split. You can take it passive or active, whatever you did on the other side. Lifting the leg up, up, up. Walking the hands back. If you took it active, left hand goes behind, left calf is tied. You should be lifting your leg in the air so high you cannot see your toes. Go deeper. For 3, 2, listen to the instruction. Hands onto the mat, micro bend, standing leg, stepping right foot back, 2.5 to 3 feet, both legs are straight, head comes to knee. Pull the shoulders back away from the neck. Breathe into your hamstrings, elevate your hamstrings towards your seat, and it'll be more comfortable for you. Hips are level. And then we bring the hands in prayer above the head. Inhale and rise. Step back. And this time take your arms out and down by your sides. 2 breaths. The next balancing pose is a combination of 2 poses. The foot never touches the floor. Inhale, raise the arms above the head. Turn your left palm so it's forward. Bring your right arm down by your side. You're going to bend into your right knee and grab the foot from the inside. Take an inhale breath and get taller. This is dancer. And on the exhale breath, you're going to start to kick back and up. Pull in your belly, lifting through your chest. Strengthen your standing leg. Press the foot away from your bottom and upward towards the sky. Pour it on. Then inhale upright. Bring the right leg forward. Put the left hand on the hip. Go down the inside of the right leg. Grab your big toe. Stand up. Send the leg forward. On your next exhale, send the leg out to the right. You can counterbalance using your left arm. Bending the right elbow to lift the leg higher and higher. If you're feeling sassy, you can look left. Then bring the leg back to the center. Take the arms up. Keep the leg up and pulse that leg for 3, 2, 1. Fold it, put it down. Arms down, breathing. All right, inhale, arms up. Right palm to face forward, left arm to come down. Bending left knee, grabbing the foot. Taking the inhale breath, getting a little bit taller. On the exhale breath, you're going to start to kick back and up. Lift the chest more, kick back. Hinge forward slightly, lengthen. Weight to standing heel, lift the leg higher. Let's pour it on for 3, 2, 1. Keep that leg up, bring it forward, right hand to hip, go down the inside of the leg, grab the big toe. Inhale, stand up, exhale, leg forward. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, leg out. Counterbalance. Lift it higher. Little sass. Back to center. Leg stays up, arms come up, pulse it. 3, 2, 1. Fold it, put it down. Arms down. Woo, good morning. 2 breaths. Have some water if you need it. And I will turn and face the short mirrored wall again. More straight. Facing the short mirrored wall. Stand center. Should be a little more weight. Inhale, raise your arms. Exhale, arms come out. Step out right and left underneath your wrist. Big wide stance for warrior 2. Turn your left foot in 30 degrees. Turn your right foot so it faces the long front mirror wall. Keep your arms extended. Bring your gaze to the right. And then bend your right knee 90 degrees. Keep your torso into the center line. As though someone were gently pulling on your left fingertips. Torso's in the center. Don't overcorrect. Stay center. Find the balance. Engage in your arms. Engage in the legs. Pulling in the belly. Pressing in the heels. So as you scan the body, you're going to notice little things. Some areas feel like you're stretching a little too much. Other areas feel like you're numb. You're not doing anything. So ease back on the areas that feel like they're stretching too much. Engage more in the areas that feel a little bit weak. Breathe the entire body. And then the idea is to get your body into the shape of the pose, which means that the thigh is 90 degrees, parallel with the mat. That the left leg is straight, that both arms are at shoulder height, and the left ribs come back as you turn the head more to the right. Good, come up. Switch the sides. Turning the right foot in, turning the left foot out, re-extend your arms. On the exhale breath, bend into your left knee. Press down through both of your heels. Keep the torso in the center line. Be mindful not to overcorrect. As though someone were gently pulling onto the right fingertips, but not to the point that you're too far back. Right in the center. Connect with your breath. That's the most important thing. And then notice the areas that are pulling or overstretching. Notice the areas that are weak or numb. Ease off of the areas that are working too hard. Wake up the areas that are sleepy. And then put the body into the shape of the pose. Take one more breath. Right ribs back, head more to the left. Good, change, come up. Nice poses, switch sides. Left foot turns in, right foot turns out. Arms extended. Right knee bends, 90. Torso's in the center. Gaze is to the right. Look left. Extend to the right. Right hand can go behind or in front of right ankle. Left arm can come over, or if you're back injured or pregnant, it goes up. Shoulder injuries, hand can come to hip. Use the arm and the leg, open up through the hip. Use the arm and the leg to lengthen your side body. Feel that as you press your arm and your leg that you can create more space in your right side. Drag your right ribs forward towards the front wall. Pull the shoulder blades down. Turn your waist, turn your chest, turn your shoulders, turn your neck. Change. Come on. That's Parshabal Konasana. Right foot turns in slightly. Left foot turns all the way out. Arms extended, left knee bends. Bringing it into warrior two. And then looking to the right. Extending and sliding over to the left. Lengthening through the left side body. Left hand goes down, right arm comes over. Turning the waist to the chest, the shoulders to the neck. Use the arm and the leg, opening the hip. Lengthen to the left side body. Using that same compression of arm to leg, lengthen left side. Turn the waist to the chest, the shoulders to the neck. Change. Come on. Turn your feet. Step in. Comes up. Out. Down. 2 breaths. Again, now raise your arms above your head. Goal post your arms. Step your feet out underneath your elbows. Put your hands on your hips. Turn your left foot in deeply. Turn your right foot so it faces forward. Open your arms to the right and left like an airplane. Bring that left hip around. Should be squared. As you come forward, when your body gets parallel to the ground, take your left hand and bring it to the outside of your right foot, and then pull the chest forward as you rotate and turn your whole chest so it's facing the parking lot. Turning the whole chest to the right. Lengthen through the side body, squeeze the thighs, press them back. If the outside is too far, put the hand onto the inside. If you find that you need a block, you can put a block. What we really want to get is this rotation into the chest, all through the spine. Then fold in to Parshabottanasana, putting your head on your knee. And then hands come into prayer above the head. Inhale, rise, pivot, hands to hips. Pivot, face back and through. Open the arms to the right and left. Come forward when you're parallel to the mat. Spin and take the right hand to the outside of the left foot. Turn your waist, turn your chest, shoulders and neck. Revolving triangle, Parivrtta Trikonasana. Squeeze your outer left hip in, get your thighs back, pull your belly in. Be mindful that your fingers are going the same direction as your toes. Sometimes people turn their hands sideways or around. Taking one more breath, lift the chest more, modify if necessary. And then fold. Taking the head onto the knee. Level the hips. Put the hands in prayer above the head. Inhale, rise. Pivot. Close. Feet together, arms down. 2 even breaths. In and out through your nose. Let's turn and face forward now. For tree or tilting tree, if you like to do tilting tree, I'll do a quick demo for you. So, for those of you that are new, tilting tree is one of my favorite poses. I really enjoy it because it gets a lot done at the same time. I like poses that are efficient like that. So, you have one-legged tree. The foot doesn't have to be this high. You can be on the inner calf or the ankle. Then the arms come up, you interlace. So, but what's great about it is you have to level your shoulders and your hips and square them. And then as you tilt away from the legs in the air, you're going to notice that the body wants to turn and twist. But your job is to press the foot to the leg and the leg to the foot, using that as leverage to gain height and then bringing it over. And what I really love about it is any lateral flexion where you're stretching the side body is whenever you create this much space, you have to strengthen the space. So coming out of the pose is actually really, really important that you contract to come out of the pose. So let's work on growing that tree a bit and taking it over. Okay, use your breath to help you notice how you're doing. Okay, if you lose your breath, you're overdoing. Engage your left leg and take your right thigh up for tree. Put it at your working level. Just don't put it on the inside of the knee. And then if you're going to take, you can absolutely just stay upright in tree. You don't have to tilt your tree. Arms come up. Level the hips, level the shoulders, square the hips and shoulders. And then pressing the foot and the leg, feel that foundation get stronger and start to tilt away from the leg. And don't let your body twist and turn. Focus and concentrate on extending through the right side body, contract in the left side body, press the foot and the leg, go a little deeper. Then inhale, come up, good. Arms down, knee forward, foot down. So the challenge is to contract on the inhale coming up, more advanced, okay? So now we're going to engage into the right leg, externally rotating the left, choosing the pose. Here's also the deal, every time you learn more information on what to do in a pose, you're not actually losing any work that you've done. You're gaining depth, which translates into benefit. Pressing the foot and the leg, getting taller, and then tilting that tree without twisting. Noticing how the left side body is stretching, filling that space with strength. And then contract on your inhale. Good. Bring the knee forward, arms down, foot down. Take a breath. Let's take 2 cleansing breaths together. In the nose, arms up. Out mouth. Arms down. One more. Excellent. We're almost to the floor. Come down on your hands and your knees. Grab a block if you need it for your dolphin. So when I first started practicing, you know, the human ego likes to think that it knows things. And so every time I would learn another layer of the same pose, I would feel like disappointed, like I thought I had that one. But the reality is if you look at life, what day did you ever wake up and go, yeah, I've got this. Life, it's good. I'm all good. I don't need any more information. I know everything that's happening. It's just, you know, it's not even really so much ignorance as naivety, but once you know that, and your poses kind of show you that, then that does translate to ignorance if you ignore it, okay? So once you know something, you ignore it, it's ignorance, okay? We can't know everything. So when you get some information about the pose, incorporate it. You'll be better off. So bring your hands down on the mat, and you can keep your palms flat, or you can put your block in between your hands. This has been a hard lesson, I'll tell you. Relax the head, and anytime I can't quite get into a pose, it's because I'm being stubborn. Tuck your toes, or scared. Take an inhale breath into your back, and on the exhale, lift your hips. Now sometimes it's because I don't have the strength or the flexibility in a certain area. That's like best case scenario. And you can work on that. Walk your toes toward your nose. This is dolphin. Do not let your shoulders go forward of your elbows. Good, and then come down just for one breath and rest. Child's pose, Balasana. Okay, let's go back into dolphin. Elbows are slightly narrow of shoulders, palms flat, or you can take interlaced if you want to so that you have better grip, especially if you're new and you find your hands keep sliding toward each other. Okay? Tuck your toes. Take an inhale, upper back. Exhale, lift the seat. Walk the toes towards the nose. And Keep the nose coming towards the toes. And we're going to ekapada, so we're going to take the right leg up. Eka means one, pada means leg or foot. Put that one down, lift the other one. Y'all are strong, let's bring the other one up. You don't have to rest in each one. Your head is not on the floor. With your heel lightly. Good. And then come down. And rest. Child's pose, 2 breaths. Guess what's next? Dolphin. Go ahead and come back into dolphin. And you're welcome to go up into the inversion or ekapada or just hold the pose. Tuck the toes, take an inhale. Exhale to the seat. Toes towards nose. We have 4 more reps, so if you're going to lift one leg, go ahead and do it. And then you'll have time to lift the other one for the same amount of time. Good, and come down and rest. And then stand up on your knees. And bring your knees apart and your big toes to touch. We're going into wide leg camel. If you need support for your low back, you can put your thumbs or your fists on your low back. If you don't need support for your low back, don't take it, okay? It's like eating more when you're already full. Okay. Your hands can come on the hips. And I know none of us did that over the weekend. Or you can bring your hands to prayer or take support if you need it. Loop your tail, roll your shoulders back, and arc backwards. Grab your heels. If you can't reach your heels comfortably, then you can always tuck your toes so your heels are closer. Inhale, come up. All right. Put your hands down. Come onto your toes, and we're going to take it up into crow. Okay, Bakasana. You don't have to get up. You can just work on the prep pose. So you're on your toes, your heels are lifted. Ideally, your feet are side by side. Your hands are positioned with the palms spread wide. And we're going to step the knees up high onto the upper arm, and then you lift your feet up off of the mat. Now, when you're first practicing this, you can lift one foot, then the other foot. You just want to get used to knees wide. Exactly. You just want to get used to the feeling. And then you work on things like bringing your feet together and straightening your arms more. Now, those of you that can shoot back, you're welcome to shoot back into chaturanga. And you can take a vinyasa. Now, vinyasa is to lower down. Inhale for up dog or maybe cobra if you went down to the ground. And then exhale into down dog. And then no matter where you are, we're all going to meet into high push-up plank. Move your left hand and your left foot toward the center and stack your right foot on your left foot and take it up into Vashisthasana. Now if you need to modify this pose, you put your right foot down and your left knee down so that you have a nice stable foundation. You can still add variations when you're like this. Hold for 3, 2, 1. High push-up plank. Those of you that like to take the vinyasa, take a vinyasa. And then we meet in high push-up plank. Now right hand, right foot comes center. Stack, turn, open. And if you took a modification on the other side, then you need to modify here. holding here, adding those variations. 3, 2, 1. High push-up plank. Taking a vinyasa if you like, or just holding. And then we're going to lower from our high push-up, chaturanga. We're going to hover. If you need your knees down, you can put your knees down. Lower for the count of 5. 4, 3, 2, 2, 2, 1. High all the way down. Scooch back a bit if you need to. Put your big toes to touch, heels flop open. Turn your palms over, arms are down by your sides. We are officially on the floor. Place your hands, palms up underneath your shoulders, thumbs as wide as your chest, mouth or forehead onto the floor. Exhalation, low belly in. Inhalation, curl, lift the chest up. You can use arm strength. Coming into beautiful cobra. And drag the chest forward as you lower. And we're going to look to the right, the left part of me, and put the right ear on the mat. Shalabhasana. Open the arms to the right and left like an airplane. If you prefer to interlace, you're welcome to interlace, resting your thumb side on your back side. In which case, if you're interlaced, you would keep your head towards the floor. Otherwise, the head will lift up. Okay, here we go. Exhale, get strong through the whole body. And on the inhale, lift. Upper and lower body lifting at the same time. Lifting your chest and lifting your thighs. If your arms are open, your head is up, you take your arms up, out, back, peeling the chest open. Squeeze those thighs, straight legs. If you have interlace, your head is relaxed. For 3, 2, lower. Look right, left ear on the mat, arms down, palms up. Left arm comes forward, left leg stays extended, right knee bends, reach back, grab right foot. Exhale, low belly in. On the inhale, let's lift. Upper, lower body lifting at the same time, lifting your chest and lifting your thighs. Your straight leg comes up off the floor too. Lifting up, lengthen, press back, squeeze the thighs, pull in the belly, lift more. Beautiful, lower, switch it out. Right arm forward, left knee bends. Go ahead and grab your foot. Exhalation. Inhale, up. Upper, lower body lifting same time. Kick back and lift. Kick back and lift. Take those knees closer to each other. Keep the arm in line with the ear. Maybe you have to lower your head. And release. Look left. Right ear on the mat. Arms down. Palms up. Deep breaths. Down dog. Tuck your toes. Take an inhale, push up plank. Exhale, up and back. Now this down dog usually feels quite different from that very first down dog, yes?
Yep.
Yeah. More awareness. Body's warm. You're gonna go deeper. Maybe your attitude is different. Hopefully it's better. Just notice. And then bring your feet a little toward each other and lift your right leg up. And we're going to bring the right leg forward for half pigeon. My folks who are more advanced that would like to take Hanumanasana split, go ahead and take split. If you're having difficulty getting your shin to come a little more forward, you can always drop down on your right buttock and bring the shin forward. And then if you don't have any weird achiness in the knee, then you've got it good here, and you can bring your hips around and then drag the chest forward. If your right buttock is not on the ground and you need to take some support underneath your right seat, then do that. Notice if you have any grouping into your shoulders or your neck. Sometimes when we open up the hip, neck and the shoulders tend to get tight because the hips hold a lot of emotion. Anyone who has suffered any type of trauma typically is going to feel the trauma sort of reset when they open up into the hips. It's important that you breathe, that you consciously allow yourself to release any type of tension that you may be holding into the shoulders, into the neck. Breathe directly into your hips. Go in there. Good. Slowly make your way up. We're just very simply going to pull the belly in and bring that leg back, coming into down dog. And we'll get ready to do the other side. Bring your feet toward each other. Lift your left leg up and bring it forward for the half pigeon. If it helped you to drop down onto the left buttock for a moment to bring the shin further forward, that's an adjustment that I have to make because the hips are not naturally super open. And so I like that little adjustment. I can get a little deeper. Bring the hips all the way around so they're square. Then walk your hands forward, and then you'll notice that the tension will reset again into the shoulders or the throat. Take a couple of breaths. The same thing can happen in the split, of course. And focus into the hips. Notice if there's any areas here that are feeling a little bit dull. Other areas that are screaming. Go into the areas that feel a little bit dull. Breathe into them. Maybe you're not feeling a lot in your shins. Or in the upper back. Breathe into those spaces. Then breathe into the areas that are screaming. Good, and then slowly come up, only this time, bring your back leg forward. Go get it and bring it around. And we're moving in Navasana the boat. We're moving in Navasana the boat. Kind of an interesting parallel here. Sometimes the screaming that's in the body is not loud. It's like somebody screaming underwater. It would be deafening if we could actually hear it. But we've pushed it down so far that it's like underwater. As we come into our boat, we're going to lift up, and we're going to start bringing some of that up. We're going to take some cleansing breaths in the boat and see if we can process some of that energy. I know that a lot of you can with your family. Some of them are probably still at your house thinking that you just went to pick up more like milk or something. Bring your hands behind you. Move your knees in towards your chest. Legs go up. Arms come forward. Chest is up. Wake up your feet. Strengthen your arms. Lift in your heart. Squeeze in your thighs. Go in the nose, out the mouth. 2 more times. Lift your arms up unless you have a back issue, and slowly articulate down to the floor. Take a couple of deep breaths through your nose. Bend your knees. And you can set up for bridge, or if you prefer to do wheel, you're welcome to do wheel. Hold the edges of your mat for bridge. Wheels, turn your fingers towards your heels. Loop your tailbone under and start lifting your hips up. Bring your upper arm bones closer for bridge. You can interlace if you want to take it active, or you can turn your bones over for more passive. Bring some weight towards the heels. Everybody's up. Strong legs, strong belly. And slowly articulating the spine down. You're going to put your feet together with your knees open for Supta Baddha Konasana. You put your hands on your thighs, or you can put them on your belly, or one at your heart, one at your solar plexus. And then use your hands to close your knees, and you can either rock and roll up, or you can roll to the side. And we're going to go upside down for 1 minute. You're welcome to do whatever type of inversion you want to. So you can stand on your head or your hands. If you're more advanced, you can stand on the hands, forearms. Sirsasana 2, which is tripod headstand, is more advanced, but that also applies for this class. You can use the walls, or you can just put a block underneath your sacrum. If you just want to lie with your legs up on your mat, you can lie with your legs up on your mat. Okay? Once everybody's up, we'll start the minute. Make your way down and rest. So you either taking child's pose, or if you were in something like shoulder stand or over block, then you just lie on your back. If you were on your head or your hands or your forearms, when you're in child's pose, you may very well want to stretch your arms up and over behind your back and turn your head slowly to the right or to the left to alleviate any tension. And then slowly unwind. And we're going to lie on our back to take a yoga sit up. If you don't prefer it, you can just turn around with your feet to the back, follow your head to the front. Inhale. inhale, raise your arms, flex your feet, squeeze your seat, come on up. Don't exhale, reach for your toes. Beautiful. Now, go ahead and turn all the way around towards the back wall. Spin around and lie all the way down onto your back. And we'll take happy baby. We're going to split the thighs and rock east and west. Massaging in the kidney band. Be mindful that you have your feet pulled back far enough that your ankles are actually stacked over your knees. Find stillness, give yourself a good squeeze. From here we're moving into Matsyasana fish. So place your feet down, lift your hips up, put your hands underneath your seat. Extend your legs long. Press down into the elbows and then look behind you. You're on the crown of your head, coming into Matsyasana fish. The more you push in your elbows, the more on the crown of your head you'll be able to get. Then press in the elbows, tuck the chin. Bend the knees, lift the seat, take the hands out from underneath. Now put your arms out to the side or goalpost them if you're close to somebody else and you don't have enough room. Move the hips over to the left, pull the knees into the chest, and then drop the knees over to the right. Lift the top leg, followed by the bottom. Pick up the hips, move them over to the right, pull the knees into the chest, and drop the knees over to the left. Lift your top leg, followed by your bottom. Bring it to the center. Bring your arms down. Extend your legs long. Shavasana. Close your eyes. Bring your arms down by your sides so your palms face up. Let your toes flop open to the right and left. And one way you can check to make sure that you've got everything aligned in the center is for a moment you can lift your head, look down the center line, line up your chin with your navel and your breastbone, and then put your head back down. It's very common for people to be a little off to the side with their head tilted or even the whole body sort of askew. So make sure that you're straight and long. Then close your eyes and rest. Let your belly rise and fall. Dhammapada. It's part of an explanation. This is from line in Robert Frost's famous poem. It's called The Road Not Taken. It says, 2 roads diverged in the wood, and I took the one less traveled by, and that has made all the difference. Why can't a person just pass by the easy road and take the one less traveled by, if it leads to permanent happiness? The obstacle is the mind. It is one's mental state that determines which of these possibilities a person will act on. The mind can be said to be a product of the human being's evolutionary drive to look out for oneself first. Its natural response to any situation is to take the easiest, least unpleasant course would be to personal fulfillment. Since the Buddha calls this swimming with the current, taking the easy path traveled by many. To find happiness, one has to go against the current, against every selfish impulse. Notice as you lie, with the belly rising and falling, and the sensations coming in and going out. What you hold on to, what you let go of easily. Usually the things you hold on to are the things that have been traveled a lot. Allow yourself as you lie in Shavasana to notice whatever you're holding on to. Won't you just very simply, like your breath comes in and out, let the thought leave as the breath leaves. Notice how much it fights to come back in on your inhalation. So let it come back in. And like a child having a tantrum on the exhale, once again, let it back out. It will subside. It will stop. Patience. Compassion for yourself. I thank you so much for allowing myself and Liz to teach you this morning. Namaste.